Good morning, everyone. The chief guest, Mr. Maxwell Nyamu, Her Excellency Ambassador Eunice Kigenyi, the High Commissioner, Ugandan High Commissioner to Kenya. My brother, the founder of Rwenzori Marathon, Amos Wekesa, and an amazing person I met this morning as well, Martin Kaino, a great athlete whose father ran the race with Mr. John Akibwa of Uganda, who won the Olympic champion in 1972. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you how honored I feel this morning to be here with all of you in Nairobi, among athletes, among champions. You know, we often think of champions only as those who win medals or break records. But to me, a champion is one who dares to show up, to train, to sweat, to keep going when the muscles say stop. And so today, I stand here not just in admiration, but in deep respect of all of you who turned up this morning. Can you clap for yourselves? I'd like, in a very special way, to thank the organizers of this event and the sponsors, and with a special appreciation and recognition to our Ugandan High Commissioner in Nairobi, Her Excellency Ambassador Eunice Kigenyi, and her team at the High Commission, the founder of the Rwenzori Marathon, Mr. Amos Wekesa. Thank you all for giving me the chance to share something very close to my heart. Kenya and Uganda share rivers, valleys, laughters, and sometimes challenges. But today, we are here connected by mountains, the legendary mountains of the moon, the Rwenzoris. In Kenya, you have Mount Kenya, which is Africa's second highest peak. It is majestic, proud, rising above the plains. We have Rwenzori, the legendary mountains of the moon, mysterious and crowned with ice. The book that I published in February this year, 2025, entitled Echoes from Mountain of the Moon, is more than a book to me. It's a bridge between the mountains and the world, between the people who live in its shadow and those who have never heard its name. The Rwenzoris are not just mountain. They are a living, breathing mystery, covered in glaciers even though they are on the equator. What a mystery to have a permanent snow-capped mountain at the equator. It's a home to plants that grow nowhere else on Earth, and to communities that have lived for centuries at its base. When I wrote this book, I wanted to capture not only the landscape and the wildlife, but also the human spirit. And the human spirit is what I see in all of you seated here this morning. The athletes who are here, the fans of the athletes who are here. Let me just take you a little bit to the Rwenzoris and my experience. It is early morning, the air is crisp, the sun is just beginning to paint the glaciers with gold. You strap your boots, take your first step up the trail, and your heart is beating with excitement. The climb begins gently, like the first kilometer of a race. Your legs are fresh, your mind is sharp, but you know this is just the warm-up. The real test is still ahead. This is exactly how I see athletes at the starting line. Energy in every step, eyes forward, ready for the road ahead. Then the clouds roll in. The path becomes muddy. The rain lashes your face, and you think, why did I start this climb? In the Rwenzoris, storm can appear suddenly without warning. During the expedition that I took, that got me to actually write this book, we were caught in such a storm. The wind was howling so loud, we couldn't hear each other's voice. The only way forward was one slow, deliberate step at a time. And it isn't it the same in sports and in life generally? You train, you prepare, then something unexpected comes. An injury, a hill you didn't see on the map, a moment of doubt in your own life. But if you keep moving, step by step, you discover strength you didn't know you had. And then after hours, sometimes it takes days. It took me 6 days to get to the Margarita Peak, which is the highest peak of Rwenzori Mountains. It stands at 5,109 meters above sea level. You are above the clouds. The world is silent except for your own breathing. You look out and see Uganda to one side, Congo to the other side. For a moment, you feel both tiny and infinite. But here is the truth. Reaching the top is only part of the story. The real gift was in the climb itself. Every step, every challenge, every moment you wanted to give up but didn't, that's what changes you. And I know that every athlete here understands this. The medal is precious, but the journey is the real prize. Am I correct, athletes? The medal is precious, but the journey is the real prize. I just want to encourage you as well later to be able to get some copies of the book. I just want to read a few things from page 22. I had a team of 13 people with me when we did this expedition. That really gave me a very special life experience, and I thought it was something worth sharing with the world. So we had a ceremony organized by the local people to flag us off as we were starting the hike. So as we were finishing the ceremony, there was an old man from within the crowd, from the local community, who came over to talk to me. And here is part of what is in the book that I wrote about the conversation I had with him. He says, in quotes, You seek to climb the mountain to save the glaciers, he said, his voice a low rasp, as though each word carried the weight of centuries. He spat the word, save, as though we were on a fool's errand. I nodded, feeling small in his presence. We want to show the world, this is me telling him, we want to show the world why it is important to protect the glaciers, to slow their melting and stop them from disappearing altogether. He shook his head slowly, in quotes. The gods of these mountains, they do not see things the way you do. The ice, the snow, everything, it belongs to them. Always have and always will. The glaciers are their breath, the rivers their veins, the clouds their whispers. Even though I did not see things from his point of view, that the Rwenzori's might and breathtaking beauty belong to any deity besides the maker of the universe, his words settled heavily in the air between us, as though they were not meant to be spoken aloud. I asked, "What do you mean?" He answered, "The glaciers have begun to retreat because the gods are angry," he said, his eyes darkening. Human hands have touched what should remain untouched. Long ago, the people of this land knew how to live in harmony with the spirits of the mountains. But now, you build, you climb, you mine, you disturb the sacred places. He sighed, a deep, sorrowful sound. The spirits do not forget. They do not forgive easily. I felt a shield creep down my spine, as if the mountain was listening to our conversation. He continues to say, they say Kitasamba, the great god of these peaks, hide in the highest glaciers. He watches as men bring construction and mining machines, as they strip the land of its purity. Each year, his breath becomes shorter, his presence weaker. The snow melts, not because of the sun, but because of his fading strength. You come to save the ice, but you cannot save what belongs to the god. You can only make peace with them. I was reading directly from page 22 and 23 in the book. At this point, I would like to invite all of you, especially the Kenyans, that's why we have come here, to invite you to Uganda, not just to come and run the marathon, but we want you to come and enjoy the beauty, the diversity that Uganda has to offer in the landscape, in the hospitality of the people, the wildlife, the food, the nightlife. I could go on and on. I invite you to Uganda, that is well known as the Pearl of Africa. The depth, the range, and the variety of what Africa has is in Uganda. So I welcome you to Uganda, and it will even be more enjoyable if you even did a road trip from Kenya. You will be able to enjoy it even more. But again, we have the option of Uganda Airlines that is giving special rates for you to fly to Uganda for this marathon. Thank you very much. Karibu Uganda.